Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Limitless Lauren. Today I'm going to be making a growth chart wooden ruler. I have seen these in multiple people's houses and I thought it was such a great idea. So I looked up on Pinterest, of course, and got a general concept of how I wanted to make mine. And you can be as creative as you want with this. And it can be either as cheap or as expensive as you want to make it. I'm going to show you all of the supplies that I'm going to be using, so let's take a look. So starting at the top, these are the steps that I'm going to go through, ending at the wall mount. So of course you're going to need a thing of wood, and this is where you can get creative and pick whatever piece of wood that you want, however wide, however thick. Mine, I believe, is 7 feet tall. But you can get it cut to 6 feet or whatever you want. But I know Liam's going to be tall, so I wanted it to be longer than 6 feet. And I just got mine at Home Depot. So the first step I'm going to be doing is sanding the wood. So I have an electric sander, or you can use a hand sander depending on what you have. Or if you don't have either, you can just use your hand and use the piece of sandpaper. These are the 2 sandpapers that I have. Next step is the staining. So I have this Minwax pre-stained wood conditioner that I'm going to be applying first. Then I'm going to be applying a stain. I'm going to stain the back using all 4 of these to decide which one that I want. I'm going to be applying that with a rag. And then I'm going to be applying polyurethane. I'm going to be using a paintbrush for that. You don't need pre-stain. You don't even need stain at all if you don't want to, if you like the color of wood you already have, but this is where you can get creative. Next step is measuring it and marking from 1 feet up to 6 feet. So you will need a measuring tape. I'm going to also be using a ruler and a pencil to make the markings. Next step, after I got all the markings done, I'm going to be applying paint. And this is the paint we use to paint with our house, so I'm going to be using that with a little paintbrush. Yeah. Last step is the wall mounting kit, and I got D-rings, small D-rings from Home Depot. They're like $2 and I got a 3-pack, and I'm going to be putting those in with a drill. Alright, I'm going to take a clean cloth, just get all that excess sand off. And again, the pre-stain is optional. It's just to help a better, smoother application of the stain and less risk of blotchiness and uneven tone. And it says to let this penetrate for about 5 to 15 minutes, wipe it off with a cloth, and then apply the stain. So here are the first 2 stains. This one is natural. This one is golden oak. And the bottom 2 stains. This one is cherry, and this one is red oak. Just in case you are wondering what those stains look like on a piece of pre-stained wood. I'm going with the red oak. I think it will look really nice with the white contrast of the numbers and our white wall. So that's the one I'm gonna do. Now I'm going to take a clean portion of my rag and just go over it, taking off any excess. And for the polyurethane, it says I have to wait a minimum of 8 hours to let this dry before I apply it. I did not plan on that. Alright, it is the next day and I am now going to apply the polyurethane. And this is going to have to dry another 24 hours. I thought this project could be done in one day. If I wasn't using the polyurethane, it could be, but oh well. And I'm going to apply it with the little brush. It says to apply a really thin coat. foot to 6 foot. And I'm not going to be putting this all the way to the ground. I'm going to have it be lifted above this molding down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up there. Take my measuring tape, put it to the bottom, and mark 1 foot. Alright, here's my 1 foot marking. So I'm going to take the measuring tape, measure from there, another 1 foot, continuing all the way down. Then I'm going to take my ruler and my pencil, and starting from the end where I made that 1 foot mark, I'm going to decide how long I want the line to extend out. So I think I will do 2.5 inches from the side. So I'm just going to draw a straight line out to the 2.5 and do that all the way down. After I got my foot marks in, now I'm going to do my half marks, so in between. Now you're going to decide how long you want the 1/2 inch line. So I did 2.5 for the other one, so I think I'll do 1.5. So I'm going to make a mark in between the 1 foot and 1.5 foot. I'm going to make the halfway mark for that one. So at the 3-inch line.
Is my foot? Is my 18 popcorn? I'm making.
And I'm going to do this line a 1 inch. Because I made the halfway mark a 1 1/2. So I'm just slowly making the line smaller and smaller. And this is up to you how many lines you actually want to draw in here, showing each 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, whatever that you would like. I know it's probably hard to see because I haven't painted it yet, but got my lines
Go very fast.
all done. And now I'm going to start painting. So I took a risk and hand painted all the numbers and the letters. I saw this picture off of Google Images and I liked it, so I tried to replicate it the best I could. But it's not too bad. I'm gonna let this dry and then I'm gonna hang it up. I had Taylor put on the D-rings. I probably should have picked something else for the mounting because this is more for a picture frame and it shows to have a wire on here, which it didn't come with that, and I don't have one. So I'm just gonna put nails or screws in the wall and just have them hook on right here. So final step, here we go. So Scratch hanging it up with nails or screws. Taylor doesn't want to put that in the wall, so he went and bought these. Do you see how much they hold? 2 pounds. It's showing a picture of it holding a belt. I don't think this is gonna work, but he wants me to try it. So.
You try it!
So the command hooks were trash, so I went with the nails, even though Taylor didn't want them, but there's no other way to hold it up. And for some reason it was still crooked, so I put a thumbtack there just to make it more in the middle. And what's so funny is for Liam's birthday, one of my family members sent him this, and I was already halfway done with my DIY one when we received this. I thought it was just so funny. So I put this one in his room because I know he will outgrow it with this one eventually. This is where he's at right now. So 3 foot, roughly 4 inches tall. And I would have him stand in front of my DIY one to show you, you know, because it's for his growth. But as you can see, he is sleeping. And I have to get this video posted today, so I'm not going to have time to have him stand in front of it. But he needs a nap more, so I'm not going to wake him. And that is it for my DIY growth ruler chart. I think it turned out so nice, even though just the mounting had some little issues, but we worked around it. It ended up being fine. So hopefully you guys will make some for your little ones at home. I think this is such a fun idea, even though it took me several days, but that's just how life works, isn't it? But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! But wait.
Before you go, I'll miss you so please subscribe to my channel and like this video.